Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Stock Family Stadium, the home of the Notre Dame Tritons, and we have the biggest game in Green Bay, Wisconsin, within a 1-mile radius, as 1.3 miles away from Lambeau Field, the LaFleur Bowl. If you're interested on that, you can split screen it. But we're glad to have you here on Zaleski Sports for the number 4 ranked Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts versus the number 1 ranked Notre Dame Tritons. J-Town Justin Krzyzewski, Katie to my right here, getting ready for what, if it's anything like last year, another great matchup between these two Valley area schools. Last year they played a 27-20 victory for Notre Dame. That was in Kaukauna. And came down to the wire. A turnover on the last possession, a lateral play. Actually ended with time to spare. Kaukauna tried to quick spike it, ran out of time, and that's how that game ended. And if you were wondering, big storyline for this Notre Dame team, well, shouldn't say that. They have plenty of storylines on this Notre Dame team, but Kingston Allen in that one had 251, a fraction of what he had last week. And let's start our breakdown of last week's games. We'll start off with the Notre Dame Tritons, the number 1 team in the state in Division II. They were victorious in what was arguably the game of the year in Week 1. 56-53 overtime victory at Neenah. Neenah, the favorites in the Fox Valley Association. We'll see them later this year as we cover Kaukauna. But only 79 passing yards. That's all that the Tritons needed, because they added 452 on the ground, 7 touchdowns, and, of course, Kingston Allen, you'll hear that name a lot, 38 carries, 458 yards. So somehow the team lost yards. That would be those kneel down. Oh, no, there was no kneel downs in overtime, but 458 yards, 7 touchdowns. He also had 2 receptions for 9 yards. Jackson Bouthole for 579 passing yards and a touchdown. Quinn Blum, 1 reception for 45 yards, and Joey Massey, the game-winning overtime touchdown, 1 reception, 25 yards. That's all that was needed for that one. So a big-time victory in what was the potential game of the year in the state between the Tritons and the Rockets last week. FRCC South, that is where Notre Dame is the reigning champs. They're going to look to do it again. They are predicted to be the reigning champs as back-to-back champs on Bound Wisconsin, the preseason predictions. Notre Dame, Menasha, Oshkosh North, Sheboygan North, Manitowoc, Lincoln, Green Bay West, Sheboygan South, and Green Bay East. That is the predictions. The standings obviously don't mean anything quite yet because there's no conference records, but overall records, this is how the FRCC South is laid out right now. Green Bay West is 2-0. That's a big storyline around the Green Bay area. Notre Dame 1-0. Green Bay East is 0-1. Manitowoc Lincoln is 0-1. Menasha 0-1. Oshkosh North, Sheboygan North, and Sheboygan South all 0-1. And it's big names. There's multiple storylines on this Triton team, but the big 3, the 3 D1 commits, Kingston Allen, Joey Massey, and Richie Flanagan. UW-Madison commit, an Iowa State commit, and a Notre Dame, not Academy, Notre Dame University commit. And those are the big 3. 5 captains on that Notre Dame team. Jonah Marzek, Kingston Allen, Carter Wolf, Richie Flanagan, and Joey Massey. So those are the big leaders. This is a high-powered offense. Obviously, when you have arguably the best running back, maybe even the best athlete in the state with Kingston Allen. As we're getting closer here, let's dive on into the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts. They lost a ton of seniors last year. This team has 30, maybe 30 plus. I have to recount, but 30 plus seniors on this Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts team. They lost a lot. They're posed with some senior leadership this year, and they come into this one with a 1-0 record. They are victorious down to Milwaukee, West Allis to be specific. 41-7, the victory over the West Allis Huskies of West Allis Hale. 67 yards to the air, 234. So the Galloping Ghosts were galloping on the ground as well. 5 touchdowns on the ground. Ryan Carroll, the quarterback, returning for his second year, 5 of 14, 67 yards. He had 3 rushing touchdowns, but he had 2 interceptions. The storyline from last week was Mohamed Job. He has been the new running back in here, this Kaukauna Galloping Ghost team, at least a few years that I've been covering them. they have been really relying on good running backs. And Muhammad Job, the senior, he is that right now. 13 carries for 148 yards and 2 touchdowns. Freddie Quezada, 7 carries, 43 yards. And Bennett Geithner had 2 receptions for 32 yards. That game started out with a 91-yard kickoff return for touchdown by Lathan Hurst. And they kind of ran away with that one here. And I believe we have the national anthem starting a little bit early. They said 5 minutes. They're starting it at 7. Oh, they're saying a prayer, and we'll step aside for this.
Of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Gracious God, we recognize your gifts in the lives of these student athletes, their coaches, and fans. Thank you for the gifts they bring to this contest. May these athletes reflect the best use of their gifts. Keep them free from injury and all harm. Bless all here present so that we may support these athletes through good sportsmanship. May we all leave this contest and return home safely. We ask this in your name, our God. Amen. Our Lady of the Bay, pray for us. Saint Joseph and Saint Norbert, pray for us, and live Jesus in our hearts forever. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. I ask that you please remain standing as we remember a fallen athlete. This past Saturday, Adam Massman, a senior quarterback and defensive back from Alma Center Lincoln High School, tragically passed away. The Wisconsin Football Coaches Association has asked for a moment of silence before every football game played in the state this weekend to honor Adam's memory. At this time, please remove your hats for this moment of silence. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as Notre Dame Academy Pep Band leads us in the playing of our national anthem. Great job, Pep Band.
And we are back here. Moment of silence for the Alma Center senior quarterback that unfortunately passed away this week. The Alma Center community and fans and family and the team, for that matter, all in our thoughts and prayers this week, as well as a prayer and a beautiful national anthem done by the Notre Dame Pep Band as we're getting ready here for team introductions. Moments away. Let's finish up our wrap-up for the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts. They're going to introduce the Notre Dame, almost called them the Irish there, but the Notre Dame Tritons. Notre Dame Irish will be here next weekend, but the Tritons here introduced first, and Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts here in a second. But the Fox Valley Association Bound Wisconsin prediction looks like this. Nina looking to win out the conference outright this year. Kimberly to finish second. Kaukauna third. Appleton North. Those top 4 teams in the Fox Valley Association. Very, very good football. Great sports in general between those 4 schools. Appleton North finished 4th. Fond du Lac 5th. Appleton East 6th. Hortonville 7th. Oshkosh West 8th. And the way the standings look like right now with overall records, Hortonville and Kaukauna on top, 1-1. Appleton North, Fond du Lac, 1-1 as well. Appleton East, 0-1. Kimberly, 0-2. They played a great game last night against Bayport. Nina and Oshkosh West at the bottom, 0-1. Of course, a lot of that means nothing. Conference records are really what playoff are based off. Obviously, the seeding, these matchups are huge, especially with 2 Division II ranked teams are going to be really big right now for this. That new playoff format that I forget how it goes, but wins give you points. It's a game like today is going to be very big for that. So we had Kaukauna won the toss. They chose to defer, so they will be kicking from our right, the north end zone. They'll be sending the north end zone, kicking to the Notre Dame Irish. Notre Dame Tritons. I knew that was going to happen. The Tritons will be defending our end zone to our left. Friday Night Lights, my first game of the year. You guys watched the extra broadcast. Gunner did a great job down in West Allis. You're going to have Katie and I for, I would think, the whole season, right? I'm there the whole season, the rest of the season. Katie's nodding her head yes. We're ready for some Friday night football action here on Zaleski Sports. Glad to have you here. We have back deep to return 22, Jonas Burnt and Quinn Blum. And a little difficult to see from this. We have the sun. We're not in the booth, the Bob Noel Memorial Press box. Small box, brand new field, brand new turf field, but a small press box. I was joking with Matthew Koenig, the athletic director here at Notre Dame. When is the press box coming? He said sooner, hopefully, rather than later. But for right now, we got the sun in our eyes and a beautiful night for football ahead of us. Kaukauna and Notre Dame. Ryan Mayer to kick off. 20 seconds left. Let's get a read-in. Travel Leaders Discovery specializes in creating personalized, unforgettable, and stress-free travel experiences for individuals, families, and groups of all sizes. Travel Leaders Discovery is a full-service agency booking beach vacations, cruises, hotel-only, air hotel, Disney, house rentals, business travel, romantic travel, and family vacation. Anywhere you want to go, they have you covered. Call Travel Leaders Discovery at 833-TL-TRIPS or visit them online at www.tltrips.com. Ball teed up. Notre Dame to receive the opening kickoff here on a Friday night in August. Where else would you want to be? Mayer hand raised. Approach the kick, and we're underway on high booming kick to the far sidelines, brought in by Blum. Blum coming up the far side hash, cuts up the middle, gets popped at the just short of the 30-yard line, and driven back by a host of ghosts. And they're going to start around the 28, maybe 29-yard line. And here comes the first play. Nobody else getting it besides Kingston Allen, and wrapped up. Do it again this week. I formation slot to the right. Snap, handoff once again. Allen patiently running, breaks free to the second level, and just got tripped up by the 40-yard line. Gain of 10 there. And look for a second there. Kaukauna had them bottled up, but he was able to sneak out. Slot still to the right side. Snap, handoff, going to the left. Kingston Allen breaks free, and he's gone. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, no flags. 60-yard touchdown kick.
Welcome to the competition where only the best healthcare plans rise to the top. Megashare.
Presenting paperwork pound cake, a half-baked plan with flaky service sprinkled on top.
Next up, Security Health Plan.
I call this one the Sweet Security. It has high-quality coverage folded in, and it's frosted with award-winning local service that's sweet but never sugar-coated.
That's a slice of better.
Chef Security, congratulations. Truly the recipe for better.
We are back here in Notre Dame, the Stock Family Stadium. 3-play, 71-yard drive for the Tritons ends up in pay dirt with none other than Mr. Kingston Allen, his 8th rushing touchdown of the year. He's already over 500 yards on the season. He's saying, come and get me for that rushing title. Anybody in the state last year won it with 3,436 rushing yards. It's going to be hard to beat Kingston Allen. The Ghosts will get this one. Kick is great catch there, slipping but staying on his feet, bringing up the near sidelines, across the 20, spun in, brought out of bounds. Little late there, got to be careful. Good return there by number 1, DeAndre Williamson. And so one of my notes from last year's game, Kaukana's kick return yards was 2 times what Notre Dame had. And right now, Notre Dame has flipped the script. They are roughly double what Kaukauna had on their return yards. Ryan Carroll, Muhammad Job in the Kaukauna Galloping Ghost offense to start out here. Out of the gun, spread offense. Now switching it up. Job in the backfield, slot to the right, lone receiver to the left. That's number 7, Quentin Gustman. Snap, handoff to Job. Job patiently finding his way. Rounds into 5 Tritons, and he'll get a short gain here. Massey on the tackle. So that's going to be what Kaukauna, I believe, is going to try to do here in this one. Ashton Van Beek of the Neenah Rockets had himself a great game as well. He had 200 rushing yards against Notre Dame in that week 1 opener. But they're going to use Muhammad Job, who had himself a big game in week 1, 148 yards against Hale. Can he find a way to do what Ashton Van Beek did against the Triton defense? Carroll's going to throw this time. A bullet pass is incomplete. A little too much on that one. Bennett Geithner, the intended target, a little low. A little too fast and an incomplete pass. Second down turns to 3rd and 11. They're going to give actually a loss of 1 to Job. The sticks are pretty much even, so 3rd and a long 10 here. And this will be a big play to start this game. It's going to start laying out the story. 15 yards to Schwalbach. Cardiac Schwalbach, he had himself quite the run to end the basketball season, regular season there. As a sophomore last year, dominated down the stretch at the basketball season. Leading receiver predicted at the beginning of the season. He's going to have a big role in this one. 1 catch, 15 yards to start. 1st and 10, the Ghost. Low snap, gives to Job. Job into the pile and brought down a host of Tritons there in on that tackle. And then maybe we'll get a yard on that carry. And the press box said it best. Turned away by the entire offensive line or defensive line on the field pregame. This Notre Dame now in Division II because of that competitive switching of divisions. It got moved up to Division II last year. Obviously lost in the state game against West De Pere, which was a great game. But smaller school. But a lot of big players. Pass to the far side, caught. And that's going to be a good gain there. Looked like number 83. 87, Schwalbach back on the catch there. Give him a gain of 6. Sets up a 3rd and manageable here. This is a much better 3rd and maybe 3 coming up here compared to the 3rd and 10 you had in the last 3rd down. Got to keep the sticks moving. That's going to be the Ghosts' mantra on this one. Job, the left hip of Ryan Carroll. Carroll, returning starter from last year, gets a snap, and no, we have a stoppage, and we have a timeout. We'll step aside. Timeout Kaukauna. You're watching Notre Dame versus Kaukauna on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Bear Performance Marketing.
Cobuson Bus is hiring its drivers that they need. Cobuson Bus is hiring is the perfect job for me.
Cobuson Buses would like to thank all of our school bus drivers throughout the state of Wisconsin for their safe driving. If you would like to make a difference in your community with a fun and rewarding part-time job, apply at cobuson.com.
Cobuson Bus is hiring is the perfect job for me.
Back here at Stock Family Field, Kaukauna versus Notre Dame, the second week here, but met there by Jonah Marzak. And I think big man chasing him down. Back deep to return is Blum. Receiving the punt here. Low snap, picked up, no pressure, and a great punt spiraling in the air. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 24-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Notre Dame. Need a game plan. Starting on their 24-yard line, had a 71-yard three-play drive that ended in a 60-yard touchdown scamper from Kingston Allen, and he's in the Wildcat here. Design run for the Wildcat up the middle with Kingston Allen. And it's so easy to get 4 yards. Kingston Allen rumbling forward. Fourth carry gets about 4 yards. 2nd and 6 here for the Tritons. Kingston Allen, 6'1", 200 pounds, the UW-Madison commit. He is. I watched the broadcast back compared to Eric Dickerson. And he said, I've never been compared to that before, but what he has been compared to is a young man. Oh, spinning out. What a play there by Kingston Allen. Getting the first down, give him about 8 on that run, but he's been compared to a young man with the same surname, Braylon Allen from Fond du Lac. He said, same last name, same college commit. It's just kind of been an easy comparison. And I watching Kingston over the years, he runs like Eric Dickerson does. Patient, and when he sees his speed opening, he takes it and runs. I thought that was a very, very adequate comparison for the young senior Kingston Allen. 1st and 10, ball at the 36-yard line of Notre Dame. Out of the gun, Allen to the left hip of Jackson Booth-Ale. Snap, handoff. Kingston once again falling forward, and he's going to get another 5 yards on his 6th carry of the night. And I was talking with producer Katie here before our game. I'm currently out of a printer at my house, so my stat sheets are limited to 2 until I can get to a place with a printer. And I said my only concern is I only have 22 spots for Kingston Allen to carry the ball, and I know he's going to go over that. Already 6 carries in for the senior. Slot to the left, lone receiver to the right, Wildcat. Fullback in there is number 9, Bo Chernick, the junior, 6'1", fullback. Snap high, Allen hauls it in, and there's good. That is a good win for Kaukauna. Short gain of maybe 2 yards for Kingston Allen here. He's going to set up a 3rd and a long 4. This will be a big play here for the Ghosts after they punted on their first possession to try to limit this drive to only 5 plays. A 5 and out would be, or 6 and out it would technically be. But the 5th play of this drive here. Booth-Ale in the gun. Allen to his right hip. Inverted slot to the right, and regular slot to the left. Booth-Ale gets a snap, quick throw, near side, high, brought in and brought down. That's going to be a gain of 10 through the air to number 2, Jonah Marzak. And the first completion of the day for Jackson Booth-Ale. 1 of 1 is a good way to start. Gain of 10 inside Kaukauna territory. Ball marked at their 48-yard line. Back to work go the Tritons. James Mason, the near side receiver. In the slot, Jonas Burnt. and chop down. A game-saving tackle there by or a touchdown-saving tackle there by Lathan Hurst. And that goes for 24 on a good end around. Was that a pass? I didn't see. Did he toss that or was it a handoff? We're going to call it a run until proven otherwise. 24 on the unofficial carry there for number 22, Jonas Burnt. All eyes were on Kingston Allen, and great job by Hurst to catch up and get back to outside contain on that one, chasing him down. 1st and 10, getting towards the red zone now. Kingston Allen in the Wildcat, high snap, patiently bounces it out to the left, tried to get chopped down and knocked out of bounds. Good carry by Kingston Allen, good play there by DeAndre Williamson. That's a gain of 9 for Kingston Allen. Inside the red zone. Ball at the 19-yard line. You really need to rely on the scoreboard here on this low field angle for us. Looks like ball at the 19. Just kidding, 17-yard line. Loaded Wildcat formation here for Allen. And they're going to go power football to the left. Kingston patiently finds a seam, and he is in for another Notre Dame touchdown. 17-yard touchdown score for Kingston Allen, second of the night, and he puts the Tritons up 13-0. With a point after attempt coming here from number 16, Michael Witzak. Just so patiently. Todd Gurley was another one, or Le'Veon Bell. Those were the same kind of, they run high, patiently wait for that opening, and take off. High snap, gets it down, kick is up, and it is true. 14-0 your score. The Tritons extend their lead on Kaukauna. You're watching Zaleski Sports coverage of WIAA football, brought to you by Bear Performance Marketing.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Back here at Stock Family Stadium, Notre Dame Academy, the host for this one, between two ranked Division II foes, the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts and the Notre Dame Tritons. And currently it's been, by no surprise, the Kingston Allen Show. 9 carries, his second rushing touchdown. This one only of 17 yards, but great patient running from the senior UW-Madison commit. And point after good by Mr. Michael Witzak. And that makes the score 14-0. Kaukauna with their second chance here with possession. 3 back to return. Job Williamson and Lathan Hurst. And Williamson will bring it up here. Great move. He's to the second level. Across to the 40. Great return. DeAndre Williamson Jr. And that is a huge return. And that's great. Starting field position. I keep going back to old stories. That's how you know I've been in broadcasting for a while. But I was always told that every 10 yards, their percentages get higher and higher of scoring on that drive. Across to the 44-yard line, opportune field position here for the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts on their second possession. And they need an answer here against the Tritons. Carroll and Job in the shotgun formation. Slot to the right, tight end on the left side of the formation. They're going to go with a design quarterback keeper with Carroll, wrapped up by all but 5 of the Tritons defenders. Multiple Tritons. Me and this PA guy have this game figured out pretty well. Gain of 4. And that's been the story. The Tritons gang tackling on that defensive front. Been very good here early on. 2nd and 6. Senior quarterback or junior quarterback? Junior quarterback Carroll throws, far side, he's got his man. Upfield, breaking a tackle across the 30 and brought down. Gain of 12. Bexton Benson, 13 for number 13. But the junior quarterback, Carroll, he was very good as his first-year starter as a sophomore. Of course, at that one point in the season, Kaukauna was down to their fifth-string quarterback. But back again is Carroll in that starting role. He led a very good stat line last year. And he is dangerous with his feet, and that's kind of something that my time covering the Galloping Ghosts has been big. Quick snap, throw to the far side, jumping and knocking it down. Big number 88, the Iowa State commit, Joey Massey, 6'2", and uses it all to knock that pass down. Ball at the 31-yard line. 2nd and 10 up and coming. Amplitel Technologies, boost IT and technologies for business in Northeast Wisconsin and beyond. From help desk support to Wi-Fi and phone solutions, trust the expert at Amplitel. Visit ampliteltech.com for a free consultation. 2nd and 10 here, the Ghosts galloping into enemy territory. Trying to get into pay dirt to answer 2 straight scores. Pump fake here. Carroll in the air, wide open, Schwalbach. Touchdown, house call, 31 yards. What a beautiful design on that play. Touchdown, Brady Schwalbach. And there's your answer as the Galloping Ghosts find pay dirt with 1:37 left in this one. Beautiful design. They sent Muhammad Job in motion to the near side. They faked a bubble screen to him, and Brady Schwalbach took off straight up the seam and caught that one, brought it in. And the point after here to cut the lead in half. Low snap, no pressure, kick is up. It is good, and we got ourselves a new ball game here, 14-7. Kaukauna trailing Notre Dame. Notre Dame coming back up. You're watching Zaleski Sports coverage of WIAA football, brought to you by Baird Performance Marketing.
Hey, this is Brian Butch, former college and professional basketball player, here with a message from Abbey Bank. Safeguard your personal information and join us for Abbey Bank's free shred day on Wednesday, August 5th from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. at any Abbey Bank location. Shred your confidential documents for free, and while you're there, help make a difference. Bring a non-perishable food or hygiene item to support your local food pantry. For full details, head to abbeybank.com. Abbey Bank, where they make banking about you. This ad is sponsored by
It'll be Bloom from the 8. Going up the far sidelines, breaks to the second level, but a big-time hit there. Great tackle by Noah Verhagen on the far side. Ball will be at the 25-yard line for the Tritons. Talking with Coach Mike Rader before the game, I asked him what his thoughts were on that game last week about against Nina and Notre Dame, and he said, as a fan, I'm sure you loved it, but as a coach, I hated it. It was so tough, the constant back and forth of that game, and this game's starting to shape up that way. He said, it's just tough on the kids, nonstop back and forth. And when you have a running back like Kingston Allen, breaks are blessed, and there's a good carry by Kingston Allen. Gain of 10. They'll give him the 10 yards and a first down. But he definitely was, I mean, in week one, it's always a question of the conditioning of the players and are they going to be able to stay on the field, not cramp up. And it's been something that a game like that, 53-56, so far this one, 14-7, is kind of the question mark. And we'll see if it's been a hot day and see if that plays a factor into this one. Slot left, tight end right, I formation backfield for the Tritons. Snap, handoff going up the middle. Allen bottled up and brought down. Short gain if he got one. In on the tackle is number 11, Weston Hamilton. Gain of hard. Brings up 2nd and a long 9 here, 36 seconds. And we'll see if Coach Rader's thought process of giving the kids some slow breaks might come into factor here. 25 seconds. They might run a play here. Straight up I formation. Tight end to the left of the formation. Offset I to the right. Now tight end coming in motion. Get everybody set. They do. Power football to the right. Kingston Allen breaks an arm tackle. Gets to midfield and brought down. Gain of 13 for Kingston Allen on the last play of this first quarter. 14-7 your score. You're watching Zaleski Sports coverage of Notre Dame and Kaukauna. Brought to you by Bear Performance Marketing.
Need a game plan that delivers marketing victories? Bear Performance Marketing is your full-service partner for strategic success. Offering comprehensive solutions that include brand development, social media marketing, branded products, and digital marketing. The goal is to streamline every aspect of marketing while maximizing results. With a focus on clear, transparent communication and a driven team ready to hustle, Bear Performance Marketing is your partner for marketing that outperforms the competition. Learn more at bearpm.com.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Back here at Notre Dame Academy, Stock Family Field, the host for this ranked matchup between the Notre Dame Tritons and the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts. It's been a very good first quarter, high scoring, 14-7, and the Tritons on the doorstep of getting back into Kaukauna territory, faking the handoff to Allen, wide open Massey. Can the throw get there? It does. Massey now has to make some men miss. Does. Breaks the tackle across and blasted down. A big tackle at the 14-yard line. Big time play there. 35 through the air. And that's textbook play calling. You have run. 12 runs and only 2 passes. Eventually that play action pass is going to get it, and everybody from Kaukauna secondary sucked in. There was 5 open targets there, and there can only be 4 with the, or well, no, it could be 5, but everybody who was an eligible receiver is pretty much wide open there for Jackson Boothole. And now you go back to the ground with Kingston Allen dragging defenders and getting close to that first down yardage. And he does get the first down yardage. Tackle there by Ace Nelson, number 9. And he was the one that got dragged for about 5 yards. And this is where you're going to have to win against Kingston Allen. Inside the 5-yard line here. First and goal from the 4. The big man, Boothole, will go to the right side. It's going to be design wildcat run. Bennett La Violet to the left of Kingston Allen, who patiently finds his way in for his, like he did last week. He's 1 away from matching that. He may not get the yards that he did, but he might. He's already over 100. He is something special, folks. You're going to want to bookmark this broadcast because he's a special athlete. Witzak for the point after. High snap, down, kick, up. It's true. 21-7 the score. The Ghosts trailing the Tritons. We're going to step aside. You're watching Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Bear Performance Marketing.
Beer battered cheese curds now at Nasonville Dairy. Get them before they're gone in Marshfield at Weber's Farm Store, Curtis, and at the Nasonville Worldwide Headquarters on Highway 10 just west of Marshfield. Master cheesemaker Ken Hyman, tell us more about beer battered curds.
We've been acknowledged as having some of the best curd in the nation and in the world. We actually finished first in the world last year, world competition. So here we are, and we always compete well with other people. So now it's the idea of making a beer batter that could be the best in the world.
Back here at Notre Dame, 21-7 the score, and folks, we do know there's a bunch of buffering We are on a hillside away from the press box where the Wi-Fi router is. We're doing the best we can. But this is a great game to be tuned into, so we're hoping you're enjoying it, even with the buffering. 21-7, 3 rushing touchdowns from the man, Kingston Allen. A 1 punt and touchdown drive for the Galloping Ghosts. They're going to get their third here after Witzak's kick, a line drive kick. This time coming to Mohamed Job, who bobbles it at the 2 and will bring it up. Nobody blocking the center. Job's going to have to make a man miss. He does. He's across the 30 to the 35, spinning to the 40, and driven down at the 42-yard line. Special teams. That was the story of the last year's meeting. And so far, after that first kick return, wasn't very remarkable. 2 kick returns past the 40 for the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts, Williamson and Job doing that. Third possession for the Ghosts here, trailing by 2 touchdowns. The sun's setting. They really should have the press box on this side. This is a very beautiful sight to be watching a game here. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Check that. 2. A little man defensive coverage there, it looks like, for the Tritons. Pagoni's Pizza is your source for Chicago-style pizza with a guaranteed Sicilian taste in Northeast Wisconsin. From gourmet sandwiches to daily specials and the pizza buffet, enjoy family-friendly and relaxing atmosphere at Pagoni's Pizza. East Ann Street, Kaukauna. That sounds really good right now. A pizza and a football game. Both my producer and I on empty stomachs. Pass caught far side across the 50 and knocked out of bounds there. Caught by number 7, Quentin Gustman. First time his number gets a ball. Gain of 9, 3rd and 1. A much better start here for Kingston Allen. Ryan Carroll, 5 of 14 in that opener. He's looked very good, only missing on 2 passes. Currently 5 of 7 with a touchdown. 3rd and 7, this could be 4-down territory here, as you haven't been able to stop the rushing attack of Kingston Allen. Well, the Ghosts, if they don't get it here, maybe go for it on 4th. Job now switching to the left hip. Now sending in motion, and that'll be a offsides, neutral zone infraction on Notre Dame. Oh, no. Wow. They're calling a false start on the offense, and I'm not sure what they saw. Obviously, different vantage point on the field. I heard an O behind me, and the guy next to me says he doesn't know either. I saw the near side, Massey, the defense end, jump across, and then a flinch. They must have said Massey got back. That would be my guess. I don't know. But nonetheless, a 3rd and 1 turns into a 3rd and 6. Significantly tougher if you're the Ghosts. But they have to do it here on 3rd down. Trips to the right in a bunch formation. Job on the right hip. Snap high. Carroll has time. Now rolling. Under pressure. Carroll breaks 1 tackle. Tucks it. Gets hit hard at the 48-yard line. That was a big-time hit. Carroll absorbed it, though. Gain of 2. Good to see him pop up. And now it's 4th and 4. And this is tough. You might have to... It's a long 4. I don't know. We'll have to see. And looks like the Ghosts are going for it right now. Carroll had time initially, and then he started to roll. I mean, you got Massey. Massey and Flanagan. 2 very big and good defensive linemen coming at you. You got panicky there. 3 receivers left. Gustman in the near side. Carroll changing the play call. Gets a snap, quick throw far side, caught and brought down at the 45. Big time play there. Gain of 7 to Schwalbach. Job will check out. We're going to see Freddie Quezada check in potentially. We'll see, unless they went to a 5-wide set. Yep, Freddie Quezada, number 28, in there now at running back. Job getting a quick break here and a breather. Inside enemy territory for the second time are the Galloping Ghosts. A gutsy 4th down call there. Quezada will get a carry and double team tackle there. Great tackle. 54 and 4. Herbie Hayes came up as well as 54. Jack Whitehouse combining on that tackle. Hayes came up hard from that second level and made the finishing tackle there. Gain of a yard for Quezada. 2nd and 9. Back in comes Job. No, check that. 5 receiver set. Job in the set to the right side and trips. Carroll calling for the ball, gets it. Pump fake, double move, not falling for it this time, high and out of bounds. Quinn Blum, hands behind his back, acting like he didn't do anything. He did run into him, but there wasn't a need to pretend like he didn't do anything. It was an uncatchable ball. 3rd and 9. I always love watching the antics of secondary. As an offensive lineman myself, never could understand it, but it was very funny to see that. It was very clearly an uncatchable ball, and had to make sure that it wasn't me. 3rd and 9. Job back in the backfield next to Carroll on his left side. Slot right with a tight end on the right side as well. Handoff, gonna go fake. Rolling, throwing, got it. What a play there. Across the 30 into the 25-yard line. Wanton Dunk on the carry, 89, one of the more fun names on this Kaukauna roster. Gain of 15 through the air. Walk and dunk. And that was a great play there. Job had everybody going. You had that tight end coming across formation, and he curled up. And normally you want to hit that quick in the flat, but he curled up the sideline and made a great catch. And run after catch, first down. Quick pass far side, got his man. That's Gustman. Carroll starting to get hot once again. Gain of close to 10. It is 10. 1st and 10, Galloping Ghost. And timeout Tritons. We're going to step aside. You're watching Zaleski Sports, presented by Bear Performance Marketing.
However and wherever you want to travel the world, Travel Leaders Discovery can help you get there. Beach vacations, family trips, cruises, romantic getaways, Disney vacations, U.S. travel and business travel. Travel Leaders Discovery, proudly helping families, couples, and businesses explore the world through all-inclusive trips of all kinds. Call them today in Green Bay, Appleton, and Sheboygan to create your memories for a lifetime.
We're back here at Stock Family Field. Timeout taken by the Tritons, their first timeout taken. 21-7 their lead, but the Ghosts on the drive once again, getting it done. A couple gutsy 3rd down and 4th down plays, but the Ghosts are rolling, and they are in the Tritons red zone. Simplicity Credit Union brings home the win with great mobile options and the right loan for your family, your business, or your home. Check them out at simplicity.coop.com. Today, not .com, .coop. Carroll rolling, throwing, got his man once again. 3 straight completions for Carroll. It's a short gain to Schwalbach. Give him a gain of 3. Schwalbach's 5th catch of the game. Good to see him rolling. The senior Schwalbach. Second and 7 here for the Ghost. Schwalbach to the left side in the slot. Double slot formation, now sending a man across. Man defense shown by the Tritons. Carroll gets it, deep drop, time, throwing, jump ball, corner, end zone, fighting. Yeah, that's going to be a flag. Having to fight through that play was Brady Schwalbach. Looks like 22 on the coverage, Jonas Burnt. And they will get passing interference on Burnt. That was a good, I think, great call there. Burnt had, it was a tough throw to the corner, but Schwalbach had to fight through Burnt to get to that ball. Kaukauna student section traveled very well here. They are doing a "You Can't Do That" chant. First and goal from the 7-yard line. Schwalbach and Geithner to the left in a stack. Walk and dunk, the tight end, left side of the formation. It's going to be a quarterback keep with Carroll. That was a busted play, and the Tritons are going to make Carroll pay for that one. Don't know if he lost the yard. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage. It looked like an RPO that somebody messed up on because Carroll looked to throw, and I don't think players were ready or where they should have been. And then it was really a broken play that Carroll tried to make something happen. They're going to say he lost a yard. 6:30 here in the first half, ticking away. Kind of gone by fast here. 3 receivers to the right, lone receiver, that's number 13 on the far side, Baxton Benson. One-on-one coverage there if Carroll wants to go that way. He's looking to the right, looking to the left. Calls for the ball, gets it, looking right, throwing right, touchdown, Galloping Ghosts! Brought in and caught by Cooper McMullen. And the Ghosts cut into this one here, a 8-yard touchdown strike, the second of the night for Carroll to McMullen. And the Ghosts fighting back into this one. The offense doing their job. Mayer to try the point after. Good snap, good hold. Kick sideways and through, and a flag comes in here. Are we going to see a leverage call potentially? No, coming from the back side of the play. We'll see what the call is. Stick here. 14-21 the score. I think they got a speaker system. It's a personal foul, so my guess is that's a leverage. I thought they had speakers here. So personal foul, the extra point is good. It'll be assessed on the kickoff. 14-21 your score. You're watching Zaleski Sports coverage of WIAA football, presented by Bear Performance Marketing.
Meda Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Meda Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at medacustom.com.
Back here at Notre Dame Academy, the score 21-14. After the point after, there was a personal foul assessed. My guess was a leverage, and that's normally when there's pushing down on or pushing into the long snapper. The long snapper is a protected player, much like the holder is and the kicker on extra point attempts. That would be my guess. So a good chance here for the Ghosts to take advantage of that 15-yard penalty. They'll be kicking off at the 45-yard line of Notre Dame. Blum and Burnt back to return. Mayer to kick. And he's going to kick it into the end zone. Didn't want to try it. I would have thought the same as you, a squib kick potentially or an onside-less. Kick goes into the end zone, touchback, and there'll be possession here for the Tritons. 3 for 3 with 3 rushing touchdowns to Kingston Allen on their first 3. Thanks to our game day sponsors, Travel Leaders Discovery, Amplitel Technologies, Bear Performance Marketing, Pagoni's Pizza, and Birkin Heating and Cooling. Birkin Heating and Cooling, with over 30 years in business. Birkin Heating and Cooling, a family-owned company located on County Road KK in Kaukauna, specializes in furnace, air conditioning, boilers, and new home construction and remodels. Residential or commercial, they service all makes and models, and they have 24-hour service. Give Birkin Heating a call today. Birkin Heating and Cooling. 1st and 10, 6:06 here in the first half. Kingston Allen and the Wildcat. Long count here, gets it, patiently running and brought down by a host of Galloping Ghosts. It's one of my favorite calls. I love football season when I can say a host of Galloping Ghosts. no gain on the play. Only that would be the first time they get Kingston Allen for no gain. We'll see here if they can continue to do that. Actually, a loss of 1, the first negative yardage play for Kingston Allen. Back in the Wildcat, Jackson Boothole to the left side, the quarterback. They ran that trick play with him last week. High snap, keep with Allen. Allen to the second level, tripped up and brought down. Going to be close to that first down yardage. Might be just short. Gain of 10. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1. Not often do you feel 3rd and 1 isn't guaranteed, but with Kingston Allen in that backfield, that's a huge boost if you're the offensive play caller for Notre Dame. I have a feeling that's where they'll go. Inside the 5-minute mark. I formation backfield. Big fullback, big running back behind Boothole, who is under center. Slot to the right. Hard count. Nope. Handoff up the middle to Allen, plowing his way forward. Runs over one of his own men, but gets the first down. Gain of 6 on the carry. Ran over big Richie Flanagan, the senior Notre Dame commit. Those two, I'm assuming, are going to have some, I can't say bets necessarily, but some friendly competition as their two future schools will go up against each other next Sunday here in Green Bay. Kingston Allen getting his shoes retied with a guy, quarterback with no gloves on. It's hard to tie shoes with gloves. It's not just an athlete problem. That's, if you're an arborist in Green Bay and you have to tie your shoes in the winter, it's not easy. Back to the Wildcat with Allen. Confusion on the Kaukauna defense here. Gets set. Here goes Kingston off the right side. Plowing ahead and getting tripped up at the 44-yard line. And they're going to say it to the 45-yard line. Gain of 10. The 18th carry for Mr. Allen. 1st and 10. And now the run-based offense of Notre Dame is going to have 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And that's kind of tough when you run the ball. You got to be quick. But when you got the big play possibility of Kingston Allen, you can't score quick. Offset ice, double tight end formation here. Boothole under center. Snap, faking the handoff. It's going to be a throw. Looking Massey's way. High ball, caught and brought down. Out of bounds. Great catch by Massey. A 2-receiver route. And they're going to give him a gain of 9. So just short, but wide open. Actually, not really wide open on that one. Great effort to make that catch. I would almost venture to say that Kaukauna was a little too physical against the 6'2 senior. But he was able to fight through that, make that catch, and get out of bounds. 2nd and 1. Clock stopped on the out of bounds. I formation backfield. Double tight. Snap, handoff. Kingston Allen off the left side. Breaking tackles to the second level. There he goes. See you later. Breakaway speed. Touchdown, 46 yards for Kingston Allen. His 4th of the game. It's just something special to watch, folks. Touchdown, Kingston Allen, his 4th of the game. And Witzak to make it a 28-14 lead. Just inside the 3-minute mark, 2:59. Snap, hold, kick, up. It is good. Witzak has got himself a leg on him. 28-14 the score. We're stepping aside. You're watching Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Bear Performance Marketing.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
back here in Notre Dame Academy's Stock Family Stadium. The Braylon Allen Senior Season Extravaganza is in full effect once again. And you can't just say just Braylon Allen. They got great offensive linemen here. Obviously, Flanagan is a D1 commit. There's, I'm sure, a couple other kids on that offensive line that are going to be playing collegiate football somewhere. But it's just a remarkable athlete, one of the best I've watched. It's been fun, and it's only been one half worth. 28-14, Witzak booting this one away. It's going to be caught by the middle return man. That'll be number 3, Lathan Hurst. Gets to the 27-yard line, and the Ghosts will have 2 minutes, 52 seconds, and 2 timeouts. Excuse me. Nope. Yeah, 2 timeouts. There's 0 timeouts on the board, but I only remember 1 being called. 2 timeouts. Try to answer that touchdown to get down to a 1-score lead. That would be huge if you're the Galloping Ghosts, because if you can get it back to a 1-score lead, you're going to have the second half kickoff here, and that'll be huge if you can get to that point. It starts here on first down, 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Job, Gustman, Carroll, Schwalbach, Walkadonk, and McMullen, the skill players. And they got Schwalbach across the 40 on a quick slant hitter. That's gain of 13. 1st and 10. Schwalbach having kind of a breakout season, a tremendous athlete. We talked about his basketball accolades, but as a sophomore, he was a very good football player. I remember him breaking onto the Kaukauna team. He is a good athlete. A lot of good athletes on both sides. 5 receivers set here. Gustman and Job slot near side, 3 receivers to the far side. Carroll by himself in the gun. 4 coming, stunt up the middle. Pass intended to McMullen is incomplete. Stops a hot streak of 5 straight completions. Looking for 6 for Carroll there, but incomplete pass. 2 minutes 29 seconds left in this first half. Second for both teams to kind of catch their breath here. You're going to see Kaukauna go tempo as they run the quarterback to the sideline to get the play and then run him back to the huddle. And you normally see that sped up when the clock is running, but able to take their time on that one. Slot left, slot right. Job to the right hip. Deep drop. Tipped pass. Job dove for it, and it's incomplete. Is that Massey on the near side? Yeah, Massey on the near side. Edge rush coming. It listed at 6'2". And as I was doing my pregame walk around, I kept checking my roster. I'm like, these kids are normally on football rosters. You lie higher than what your height is. I think they lied that they're all shorter than their height. Massey's a big 6'2" frame, the Iowa State commit. This time throws it over him, and this time completing the pass and brought down there is number 13, Grant Van Eyck. Or no, excuse me, Baxton Benson. Gain of 7 brings up 4th down here. It's a weird spot here. 4 down territory. Historically for the Ghosts, they're in their own territory at the 48. But if you give that ball back to Notre Dame, that's plenty of time for Kingston Allen to find the end zone. Slot left, slot right. 4th and 4, 4th and a long 3 according to the scoreboard. Carroll gets a snap. They're going for pressure. It's a screen. He's got it to Job. Job, did he get the first down? It's going to depend on the spot, and they stopped the clock. I think he got it from initial look. What a play to get that over Massey, though. And they're going to wind the clock. 1st down for the Ghosts. That was almost up in the air for too long. Massey was full extension on that one. Lofted it over was Carroll. And here they go. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Deep drop, deep curl route. Slipping on the play was the intended target. And it's incomplete. Benson, the intended target. Doesn't hurt you, stops the clock. 1:16 left, 2nd and 10 upcoming. Ball at the 48-yard line of Notre Dame. Travel leader, not going to do a read. We are not having lights in here. It's very dark outside. It's dark outside, folks. Minute 16, 2nd and 10 here. The Ghosts into enemy territory the third time in 4 drives. Sidearm pass to Muhammad Job. Job runs through a great tackle there. Tackle made by number 4, Herbie Hayes. And Kaukauna going to take a timeout here? I believe so. Gain of 4 on the reception. Timeout, Kaukauna. We're going to step aside. You're watching Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Bear Performance Marketing.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
In 1967, Winneconne declared itself a sovereign state. Today, it's declaring something even better. Fresh, baked pizza.
My name is Jordan Dunham. I am owner-operator of Sovereign State Tap House. A good atmosphere, family-friendly place, a place for friends to come, interact, and provide people with really good food.
Find us at sovereignstatetaphouse.com and on Facebook.
Perfect timing. Welcome back. 3rd and 6 here. The Ghosts coming out of the timeout, rolling with Carroll. Carroll with speed, gets the edge, and will get out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A gain of 10 for Carroll. And a first down. Almost a design run. Like I said, Carroll's a fairly fast quarterback. I watched Finley Dorio my first year. He was one of the fastest quarterbacks I ever watched play. But Carroll himself is pretty fast. And that design rollout, he's, I think, looking to run initially, but if somebody's open, then he will throw it. And there was no hesitation there. Got to the outside, tucked it, and he will get the first down. At the 34-yard line, the ball is marked. A minute left, 28-14 the score. Schwalbach, he'll come to the near side with McMullen. You got Gustman, number 8 in the tight end formation is Bennett Geithner. Joe moves to the motion to the left side. Carroll deep drop, plenty of time. Now it's the run away from Massey. Breaks a tackle, throws, and caught. Good catch there. Coming across formation is Brady Schwalbach. Gain of 6. Massey was coming with the pressure once again. And a lot of Carroll's not afraid to run towards Massey's side. See a lot of those where he's trying to outrun the big 6'2" Iowa State commit. Slot left, slot right. Schwalbach on the near side. Carroll clapping for the ball. Gets a snap, looking right, throwing right, high, and confusion there. Schwalbach and Geithner were kind of tied up there. It wasn't even the defenders that tied up those guys. The 2 receivers in the same area. You had Geithner going deep and Schwalbach going on an out route. Carroll liked what he saw, too, because he was quick to go to it. 3rd and 4 here for the Ghosts. 50 seconds. They do have 2 timeouts, I believe. 1 timeout. Forgot we have that on our scoreboard. Stack slot, snap, Carroll, a quarterback draw, breaks to the second level. Touchdown, Carroll on the quarterback draw. 28-yard touchdown run, and the Ghosts answer. This is it turning into exactly what Coach Mike Rader didn't want to see, a high-scoring, back-to-back, nonstop offense affair. 20-28, point after here by Mayer to try to get it within 43 seconds, though, upcoming. Snap, hold, kick, pressure up the middle, but it is good. 28-21 the score with 43 seconds left. You're watching Zaleski Sports, presented by Bear Performance Marketing.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
Week 2 in WIAA action has brought you another good one for the Notre Dame the Notre Dame Tritons. It's just, I'm sorry, folks, the Notre Dame Tritons. And this time it's the Galloping Ghosts of Kaukauna, another Fox Valley Association foe for the Tritons. And it has been a tough one. They haven't been able to run away. After starting out 14-0, Kaukauna is able to answer and stay within one score. 28-21, Mayer to kick off. Blum and Burnt back to return for the Tritons. Pop-up kick. This time it's going to be returned if it stays in bounds. Nice check up there. Burnt will pick it up on the run. Burnt patiently finding a hole, and he'll get across the 35-yard line. That's a good return. A really good kick, too. But the coverage kind of broke down, gave Burnt a little bit of a space to create something, as any good kick returner can do. Creating something is what he did there. 37 seconds now, 2 timeouts for the Tritons. And Kingston Allen and that offense. Can the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts keep it to a 1-score lead into the break? They will receive the second half kickoff. Single back, nope, I formation backfield. Double tight end. Snap, handoff, Allen, right side, cut down there. Good tackle on the far side made, and timeout taken. We're going to stay here for the timeout. Tackle made there by Aiden Moss. That was a good tackle. He came up and was not scared. Got lower than Kingston Allen. That's how you have to tackle these bigger guys. Got lower than him, hit him low, and made a good tackle, keeping the gain minimum, but it's a gain of 5 for Kingston Allen, his 20th carry of the game. Going to have to do some math here. He's got to be close to that 200-yard mark once again. But what a first half. Really, for both offenses. If you're an offensive football fan, this is what you love to see. Both offenses doing what they do best. Kaukauna, that spread, using both speed as well as their speed with their backs, as well as the pass-catching ability by their receiving core. And then Notre Dame's dominance on the ground. 3 receivers to the right. Empty shotgun here for Jackson Boothole. Looking right, throwing right, high, and incomplete. Dropped. Not often do you see that formation. Normally the guy in the backfield by himself is Kingston Allen, but that was Boothole. 3 receivers to the right. The tight end and the wing rolling and throwing just too high. Mason Street making some noise as always. Cars rolling down the road. You get sirens every once in a while. Right in my backyard. 3rd down here. 3rd and a long 4. 25 seconds left. Back in the backfield is Allen. He's to the right hip of Boothole. Double tight. 1 receiver, 1 each side, and that's a false start. Sent the man in motion was Massey, but it looks like a guy on the right side flinched up. And that'll be a 5-yard penalty against the Tritons. Sets up a 3rd and 9. They do that thing where everybody lines up in a 2-point stance and then they make a signal or a call and all their hands go down. And I'm wondering if that signal call didn't get messed up there. 3rd and 9, 25 seconds here. I formation backfield. Boothole under center. Snap, handoff, going to Kingston. Kingston busted out to the outside, but brought down. Big time tackle there. And timeout taken by the Ghosts. We're going to step aside. Big tackle there by number 19, Urban. We're going to step aside. Timeout taken. You're watching Zaleski Sports, presented by Bear Performance Marketing.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
We are back here, Stock Family Field. The first defensive stop for the Galloping Ghosts so far. It's going to be a 4th and 6, 16 seconds. The Ghosts take a timeout. They're hoping for something creative here on this punt return. Schwalbach will be going deep to return. But if they can get something creative here by Schwalbach, as well as potential for Carroll bomb to the end zone, that's what you're looking for to maybe even double up on your opponent. 28-21 the score. Here we go. 21 seconds. They upped it to 21 seconds. Witzak to punt. They spread it out too. Now calling for an extra personal protector to the line. One gunner to each side, a personal protector in the backfield. Snap, Witzak, pressure, kicks away. Almost blocked. Good pressure there. Schwalbach will let it bounce. Bounce a second time, and he will not get the return. Clock will run down to 12 seconds, 11 seconds. Get it down to 10 seconds. And the stoppage here, and that is not what you call that timeout for. I cannot imagine the Ghosts will be too aggressive here. But with 10 seconds, we'll see what they do here. No timeouts, correct? No timeouts? No timeouts. So we'll see how aggressive Coach Binsfield and this Galloping Ghost offense will be here. Job is in the backfield. And it looks like they'll stay in the best formation in football, victory formation, and we're going to be heading to halftime here. What a first half it's been. 28-21 the score. We're going to send it to a commercial, few breaks. I got to do some math, and we're going to be back with a halftime report in a short bit. You're watching Zaleski Sports, presented by Bear Performance Marketing.
Birkin Heating and Cooling has proudly served Kaukauna for over 30 years as a Bryant factory authorized dealer. We offer top quality Bryant and Payne products. We specialize in furnaces, air conditioners, boilers, new home construction remodels, and April air humidifiers, serving for both residential and commercial needs. Plus, we service all makes and models, offering 24-hour service. Call us today at 9207-591-478 and let Birkin take care of your heating and cooling needs.
Back here at Notre Dame, we are going to send it to some halftime entertainment from your very own Zaleski Sports. Elk Mound Hard Knocks brought to you, or here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Bear Performance Marketing.
Hard Knocks on Zaleski Sports is presented by Security Health Plan. SecurityHealth.org is your portal to find your plan, a doctor, prescription tools, and more. For 24/7 access and all the tools and resources needed to improve your well-being, right at your fingertips, visit SecurityHealth.org.
Linebacker. Brady Sundin.
And just about the excitement of starting the year off. It's already August, and you guys are going to scrimmage next week. Just talk about how you're going to prepare for that and a game the following week.
Well, yeah, for the seniors, we've been preparing since 4 years ago. I mean, we've had long off seasons every year. We've been in the weight room. We've been excited all year long for this moment, and this is our senior year. All the guys below us are ready, and are ready for us to stand up and be leaders this year. And I think we're going to have a good one, and the scrimmage is going to go well, and we're just going to propel us into the season this year, and I think it's going to be a good one this year.
I mean, yeah, we're all putting in that work. You know, got a great group of seniors. It's like a brotherhood.
It's not even a group. Yeah, we're all putting in the work, pretty locked in. We got a lot of high expectations.
Elk Mound enters the 2026 campaign with high hopes. They're coming off a 3-6 season, but only lost a handful of seniors. Coach David Liu and his team have plenty of returning talent.
Down there, back 7, way down there. Every D-line, right with the post. Let's go, let's go. Yes, sir.
Ready to pop out this way. Brady's got back. Wrap up. Good. Good.
Sure, wrap up.
Next group, switch sides. Switch sides. Brady, you go outside here. Okay, play it on this side.
Hey, guys, we got pads on. Wrap up. Wrap up.
Brady. One more, Brady. There you go.
Go. Hut.
Back. Good. Hey.
Hut. Break down. Good job.
Hey, stay here and get tapped out.
Tap out your guy.
Hey, if you have a penny on, hand the penny to the person you're replacing.
Okay.
Please. I definitely want you to get an outside rep today. Hey, Roder, I definitely want you to get an inside rep today too at some point in time.
Early on, the Mounders familiarize themselves with their playbook and give guys reps at different spots.
Side, hut.
Hey, come on.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hut.
Very good, Parker Root. Very good, Parker Root. Hey, stay where you are. Get tapped out. If you have a penny on, give that penny to this guy. They can run scout for you.
You're going to get a chance. You're going to get your time. Sometimes you got to be a little bit more patient. But it's going to happen. And when it does, be ready to excel. Excel in your role. We talked about this, about being a team. And be about good teammates. You got to sacrifice sometimes for the good. Just like your families at home. You sacrifice a little bit. All right? Really nice job. Okay, a couple announcements. Tonight.
Beginning of the season means early practices for the team and opportunities for team bonding activities as they take advantage of the time before school starts.
Start off by saying your name.
Norman Hansen.
Yeah, and you were O-line, D-line?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Talk about what you've seen from both sides of the ball on the line so far.
Well, first time I was here, when I was a freshman, everybody looked promising. You know, it was nice to be a part of the team. And as I grew with it, I could tell coaches were starting to really get the team up. Everybody was really learning like the culture of Elk Mound here. And the line has gotten much bigger now. I mean, when I was a freshman, we didn't have this many this many people in the line in a while. I mean, we have like 20, 30 guys out, and the lines are filled. I mean, it looks so much more promising. We're expecting to be a good team, a big bond of brothers. We got a lot of people coming back, so we've been moving through stuff faster than most years, and everybody's been having a lot of camaraderie. We've been loud, hooting and hollering, all that stuff. Like, just everybody's getting along well, flying through things fast, getting the plays down, all that. But our team has been great. Everybody knows their assignments, everybody knows where they're going, and we're able to get plays down on the first time we do it and not have to make mistakes the first couple times and then finally get it. It's just been smooth through everything.
We got accelerators, and we've got punt, scout, punt, block, and the media. Here we go, Marty, break them down. Come on, Marty! Scout, punt, block, rub it in. We get the hit tonight.
Elk Mound rounded out their second week with a scrimmage at Stanley Boyd. and they now prepare for their first game on the road at Spooner, a team they lost to by 1 point to open the season last year. The Mounders look to get some revenge and start their season on a high note.
You are our free guy, so we gotta come out so that he either has to come and get us or leave us. Don't come too far, but about 1 yard up field and 1 yard outside, and then you're coming tight to here. If he goes out, be ready to like knock a hand down, step over some stuff here. Easton starting outside, crashing down, because we want him coming down with you. We want you to be his primary concern, and you're crashing right into DJ.
Kicking and blocking work occurs, and then groups split and rotate between different drills, emphasizing blocking, tackling, and footwork.
Fast one right here. Loser's got a push up. If you don't get 3 yards, you got to push up. If you get 3 yards, you got one. Hey, good one to end on, Declan. Hey, break us down, Declan. Good job, bud. We got NDD.
The last 2 weeks have been a lot of fun around here. We found out we got some really good senior leaders. The kids are really stepping up. Like I said before, we're over 60 kids in our program. We were fortunate enough to go over to Stanley Boyd, had a decent scrimmage. All of our kids got to scrimmage at the varsity JV or JV2 level. And now we're just, preparing. We're preparing for our first game, preparing for that first test of who we are going to be and what our identity is going to be. And, we keep talking about this, the little details, doing the things correctly all the time, not just some of the time, but all the time. And we've really seen a great attitude with our kids and a lot of smiles and a lot of team building. These guys do a lot of things together. We went to Wakanda Water Park last week together. They go down to the creek together. They eat together. They go golfing together. And that are the best teams when kids get together, do things as a family. So we're really, really excited to see what happens this Friday night. As far as Spooner, they have been a great opponent for us. We've played them non-conference. We played them in the playoffs, 3 overtimes during the COVID year. Just a great, well-run program up there. And I have a lot of respect for those guys, and so does our team. And we know that we're going to go up there and it's going to be a battle. They've been thinking about that. They've been preparing for it. That 1-point loss last year really hurt. But, hopefully that gave us a little bit of motivation to be better. And again, like we keep talking about, paying attention to the little details this year and have a little bit of fun up there too.
Time it.
We're underway in Spooner. Elk Mound elects to kick, and the defense gets to work right away. Strong tackling and good coverage by Connor Mock lead to a 3-and-out from the rails. A muffed punt turns into great field position for the Mounder offense.
Hey, maximum effort right now. Right now. Clap back, baby. Here we go, offense. Let's go, offense.
The first snap on offense of the season results in a William Thatcher rushing touchdown Good start for the Mounders.
Let's go!
Another forced punt from Spooner, and their special teams woes continue with an overhead snap. Jackson Feasel delivers a strike to Adam Roeder, who runs it in for a touchdown. 2 plays, 2 touchdowns. 2-point conversion successful on the Parker Rude carry. Spooner looks to turn the tides with a kick return touchdown from Noah Wexett. Rude answers back with a nice return of his own to set up a carry of his own for 25 plus yards. The rushing touchdown brings momentum back to the Mounders. Roeder and Zachariah Brantner converge on a tackle to force a fumble on the next Spooner drive. Feasel airs it out for Rude, who makes a grab inside the 5. Thatcher punches it in as the Elk Mound offense is firing on all cylinders.
And that was Zaleski Sports Hard Knocks Elk Mound edition. One of the many things that we here at Zaleski Sports bring you. We have so many things to offer, as I'm sure you loyal fans know, but if you are new to this, we do basketball, football, baseball, softball. We cover a plethora of sports. We did a wrestling meet last year. We do a bunch of sports as well as extra stuff like this. We're working on doing more shows and stuff. We have a studio now back in the home station of Marshfield, right? That's in Marshfield. So there'll be some new sports shows coming out. People will be doing podcasts. So keep your eye on the pulse, finger on the pulse of Zaleski Sports, as we're going to have a bunch of new stuff coming your way. But that was Elk Mound's edition. First show, or no, this is week 2. I got to remember it's week 2. Probably episode 2 of the Elk Mound Hard Knocks, or episode 3. But we cover them the whole season. So if that's something that piques your interest, if you like the Hard Knocks you see on the NFL, or in the NFL, you'll enjoy Elk Mound's Hard Knocks. What a first half we had, as we have the 3 minutes left in our warm-ups. Kaukauna, I don't know if they knew that. They were a little thrown off the pregame. I don't think they were expecting the prayer and the moment of silence. Maybe the moment of silence, but the prayer necessarily maybe wasn't planned for. So their pregame was a little messed up, and so far here coming out of the halftime break, they're already done with their morning stretches. Their halftime stretches. They're on the sidelines getting ready for the second half, but there's 3 minutes left. Let's dive on to this first half. What a first half it was. 28-21 the score. I was talking with Coach Mike Rader for the Notre Dame Tritons, and he said, I don't want another game like we had last week, where it's back and forth, no break for either team. That's what he's getting right now, 28-21. 4 straight scoring drives for the Tritons, led by who else? Big number 7, Kingston Allen. 20 carries, 232 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Not quite the first half he had against Neenah, but also really it's essentially the same as what he had against Neenah. Well on his way to another monster game. So he had 20 carries, 233 yards. I have Mr. Jonas Burnt as a 24-yard carry. It could have been a 24-yard reception. I didn't see the play cleanly. Either a jet sweep or a bubble pass, regardless. Through the air, Mr. Jackson Boothele, he is 3 of 4 passing, 54 yards. He has hit 2 different targets. Number 2, Quinn Blum, excuse me. He had 1 reception for 10 yards. And then the big tight end, Joey Massey, 2 receptions, 44 yards. On the Kaukauna side, the big story here, Muhammad Job has been kept in check. Kaukauna has kind of gone away from him on the ground. Only 3 carries with 1 yard. But it's been the Ryan Carroll show, the quarterback, doing what he does best, throwing the ball and using his speed. He had 6 carries for 52 yards and a touchdown through the air. He's 15 of 22, a much improved passing or completion percentage here for Mr. Carroll. In this one, 150 yards and 3 touchdowns. His favorite target has been Brady Schwalbach, 7 catches, 81 yards and a touchdown. Followed up by number 13. That is Baxton Benson. He had 2 receptions for 20 yards. Let's keep going down here. Number 7, Quentin Gustman, 2 receptions, 19 yards. Wonkadunk, the tight end. Big number 89, Nicholas Wonkadunk. 1 reception, 15 yards. Cooper McMullen, 1 reception for a 8-yard touchdown. And Muhammad Job, 2 catches for 7 yards. I'm missing a touchdown here through the air. No, I'm not missing a touchdown because that would make a different number. Only 2 touchdowns through the air for Ryan Carroll. Even the best of us make math errors, and I'm by far not the best. Math errors aplenty for me. Second half action here on Zaleski Sports. Witzak to kick it off. The 3 returnmen, Job, Williamson, and Hurst. Back to return for the Galloping Ghost. Second half underway. Nice kick by Witzak. Goes to the far side. Muhammad Job. He'll bring it up. Cuts towards the middle. Cuts through a seam. And another good return across the 30-yard line. And going back to what my old coach, Coach Novinsky, used to always say, the further you get that ball, the higher your percentage of scoring. Every time the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts got across the 40, they scored. This time only got to the 30. 31-yard line, good return by Job. And the Ghosts with the first possession here in the second half. Ryan Carroll, the dual threat quarterback, leads that spread offense back on the field. Wonkadonk on the right side of the formation as a tight end, flexed off the line. Slot to the left. Job, left hip of Carroll. Motion, snap, handoff, get it back to Muhammad Job, who gets pile drive down. Not much happening for Muhammad Job in this one. A gain of 1, his 4th carry for 2 yards. The Tritons doing a good job of keeping Muhammad Job in check. He had 148 in that opener in West Alice Hale. 2nd and 9. Big opening drive here, too, if you're thinking about this for the Ghosts. You're able to hold the Tritons from getting a 2-score lead. They almost had the plan for it. Quarterback keeper here. Carroll gets driven down. Big hit there by 54, Jack Whitehouse. That was a huge hit. DeAndre Williamson will check in for the Ghosts. That's a first time on the offense. He is a transfer from Fond du Lac. He played basketball with the Galloping Ghosts this winter. Gain of 3 there for Carroll. Initially thought he might come in and compete for that starting quarterback job, but he's playing D-back, and now he's in the slot on the far side. 3 receivers left. Traditional 5 receivers here maybe for the Ghosts. And they're going Williamson's way. Deep ball. Dropped. What coverage down the field deep by Herbie Hayes. And the Ghosts will punt it away. It's kind of a shocking play there on 4th and long, going for a deep ball. And that's why they brought Williamson in. And now you're kind of showing your hand, your poker hand here. Williamson, the speed threat, came on the field for that deep shot. Now you have to be watching every time he comes on the field for another deep shot attempt. The Ghost unable to convert on their first possession of the half once again. The Ghost will punt and stoppage here. I believe we got to delay a game. No, timeout Tritons. An early second half timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports, presented by Bear Performance Marketing.
Staub Construction builds the infrastructure that our local communities rely on every day. We're a leading Midwest contractor that specializes in water and wastewater systems, earthwork, buildings, mechanical systems, and much more. Customers choose Staub because we're safety focused, financially strong, and committed to delivering quality work on time and on budget. Our company is 100% employee owned, meaning our workers share in our success. Looking for a trusted construction partner or your next career opportunity? Staub Construction is for you.
We're back here at Stock Family Stadium at Notre Dame Academy. Timeout taken here at the 10:32 mark in the third quarter by the Tritons. An odd spot for a timeout, maybe a personnel issue, we don't know, but timeout taken. The Ghosts in punting formation here on 4th and 6th. They'll get it away. A nice high booming kick. It's going to bounce. Takes a Notre Dame bounce and is down there. Good job coming downfield by number 19. Carpenter. Travel Leaders Discovery specializes in creating personalized, unforgettable, and stress-free travel experiences for individuals, families, and groups of all sizes. Travel Leaders Discovery is a full-service agency booking beach vacations, cruises, hotel-only and Harrow Hotel, Disney, house rentals, business travel, romantic travel, and family vacations. Basically, anywhere you want to go, they have you covered. Call Travel Leaders Discovery at 833-TL-TRIPS and visit them at www.tltrips.com. Back to the fumble! The ball is out. This could be a big play. A fumble on the exchange, and I believe it's fallen on by the Tritons. And you could feel the heart rate of every Notre Dame fan jump on that one. Not on Kingston Allen. That looked like on an exchange, a little higher up. Bounced off maybe his chin, his mouth, face mask. And luckily enough, right in the arms of somebody from the Notre Dame Triton. 2nd and 10 now. Boothele sends a man in motion. That's Kingston Allen. Fake to him, and it's going to go Boothele to the right, or left. He's got the edge. There he goes. How about this for speed? Jackson Boothele to the house. Touchdown. Notre Dame, no flags. And maybe a flag. We have a stoppage here, official back here, stopping it, calling for official. A procedure penalty on Notre Dame. It's coming back. So it's either, that was motioned as a false start, but that would have killed the play. So it has to be a procedural penalty. That's a huge break there. That play went 65 yards, a 5-yard penalty marked off, and a momentum killer for the Tritons. And it's seen near side defender Jackson Van Roy complaining to the official. It might have been Dylan Ford, actually. Complaining to the official about something. And it came back. I don't know what the penalty was. Not an illegal shift. Nonetheless, 2nd and 15. Takes away a great play and a great run by Jackson Boothele. Offset eye. Double tight end formation. Snap, handoff, Kingston Allen. Kingston Allen bounces it to the outside. And he will thank you for the extra yards as he gets all the 15 plus 2 more. 17 on the carry for Kingston Allen, his 22nd carry of the game. He will thank you for the 5 extra yards. What a wonky first possession here for the Tritons. Weird start to this second half. First and 10 at the 46-yard line. Jackson Boothole under center, offset eye to the left, slot to the right. Tight end on the left side of the formation. Snap, handoff, Kingston Allen. Kingston Allen into the second level, lowers the shoulder and gets down to the 45. Close gain here of 10. Just ground and pound. They're going to say just short of 10. Give him a gain of 9, 2nd and 1. The Badgers have found themselves their next potential star running back in Kingston Allen. Just the workload you see from the kid is amazing. And he's in the Wildcat. Slot to the right, 2 H-backs in front of him. Power football picks up the first down and drives the defender down, Lathan Hurst, into the second level. First and 10 now for the Tritons. First and 10. Under center, offset eye once again. Boothole fakes, he'll roll out. Pressure coming, spins out of it, and won't get away. Fumble, ball's out, and they're going to call him down. Ooh, they're going to call him down. I believe actually what they're going to call is forward progress would be my guess. And now stoppage. And now they're going to convert. They're going to talk about this. This is a huge play regardless. Big time sack. He was wrapped up by 2 players. A third player came in and hit him. It was hard to tell if he was down from our angle, but definitely forward progress was stopped. And they're calling it a turnover. That's a huge play for the Galloping Ghosts. And the first turnover of the game goes to the Ghosts. And Boothole did a great job avoiding that pressure, spun out of the first sack attempt. He looked like he was dead in the rights. I'm looking at our replay here as the Ghosts come on the field. So Boothole gets a snap, rolls out. He had a free blitzer at him, spins out of that, wrapped up, and yeah, he was losing the ball as he was going down. Snap, Carroll now trying to take momentum and run with it for the Ghosts. Sets his feet, weird wonky throw is incomplete. 24th pass attempt for Carroll. Second and 10, so it's a tough angle for sure, but looking at that replay, the ball was out, and that is a big break for the Ghosts. Can they capitalize, though? They had a chance as they received the opening kickoff to start the half to drive and score. They punted on the first chance, and now the Ghosts with the second, a bonus possession here. That's back-to-back drives for the Tritons that have been stopped by the Kaukauna defense. Snap, Carroll, handoff, fake, rolling, pressure, running for his life, wrapped up, protect the ball, and down he goes. Brought down on the play there by number 52, Linus Poister. Bennett came in there to finish it off. And you're screaming if you're a Kaukauna Galloping Ghost fan, protect the ball. You just seen what happened on the other side of that. And Carroll had that ball out there. It was free to the taking, but just not able to get to it in time. 3rd and 15, the Ghosts really need to get this offense figured out. Their defense is helping them out. 3rd and 14. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Snap, Carroll, deep drop. Time, clean pocket, throws far side. Incomplete. Great coverage on the far side by number 3, Quinn Blum. Gusman, the intended target, in a punt situation here. I broke my pen. 4th down, and great defensive answer for the Tritons after that turnover. Not allowing the Ghosts absolutely anything, taking away 5 yards. And they're going to force a punt here On in punting formation is number 49, Landon Schaefer. Blum back deep to return. He had himself a big play on that last one. Good snap, Schaefer. A line drive kick. We'll see if this one gets a hop. That's a better hop. It's going to roll all the way down inside the 20 and stop at about the 13-yard line there. Good punt, field flipping kick. And here comes Allen and the offense. This has been a completely wonky second half. You see the first possession for the Ghosts get 3-and-out punt. Come to the other side, a huge play called back due to a procedural penalty. I wonder, is that maybe too many men in the backfield? That may be what that was, not the right formation. But that play went all the way down, a 65-yard touchdown wiped out due to the procedural penalty. Kingston Allen answers with a 17-yard run. Then the next play, a fumble on a sack. The Ghosts unable to capitalize, a 3-and-out, and back to the Tritons we go. Kingston Allen in the Wildcat will get the snap. Patient running back, breaks to the second level, and grinds to a stop across the 20. Gain of 7. It seems like almost every carry he's into that second level with ease. Just the patience. It's not even him running through that first level. He's patiently finding the gap, taking his spots, and then getting to that second level. We'll see, the pace seems to slow down significantly too. The Ghosts like to run. The Ghosts like to go fast. The Tritons of Notre Dame, ground and pound, eat that clock, especially when you're ahead. High snap, Allen brings it in. Bounces it, inside, tripped up, upended. Good tackle there by number 24. Carson Vanderheiden, but not enough to stop Kingston Allen. That's a first down for the Tritons, gain of 6. First and 10 from the 29-yard line. Need a game plan that delivers marketing victories? Bear Performance Marketing is your full-service partner in strategic success. From brand development to social media marketing and promotional solutions, we streamline your marketing for maximum results. Learn more at BAERPM.com. Boothele back under center, I formation backfield, offset to the right side. Slot to the right, tight end left. Boothele, handoff, Kingston Allen. Undercut brought down there. Great tackle coming up from the second level. That's number 27, Aiden Moss. Getting low and taking down Kingston Allen. Gain of 4, though. It's a good carry. We'll take, if you're an offense, you'll take 4 yards every play, a gain. And again and again and again. You keep taking it. As no rush for the Tritons. This is something that Coach Rader wants. Let them play at their pace. Take your time. Slot right. Quick snap. They weren't set, but they're going to play on. Kingston Allen to the far side, stretching the field. Knocked out of bounds around the 40. That was very close to not being set in time. That'll be a gain of 10 for Kingston. Amplitel Technologies boosts IT and technologies for businesses in Northeast Wisconsin and beyond. From help desk support to Wi-Fi and phone solutions, trust the expert at Amplitel. Visit ampliteltech.com for a free consultation. 4 minutes and 6 seconds on a stopped clock as Allen was knocked out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Boothele will head out to the left side. Wildcat formation. We got number 9, Bo Chernick in front of Kingston Allen. Snap. Kingston was a little wide, brought it in. Met in the backfield, but able to get by him and get a gain of 5. What a carry for Kingston Allen. He's doing a little bit of everything. He's fielding high snaps, outside snaps, low snaps, and still getting his eyes up. I don't know. I'm assuming he's keeping his eyes upfield. Not a running back, nor had any aspirations to be one, but was able to figure it out. Kingston Allen doing a good job of it here. 2nd and 5, 3 minutes, 35 seconds on a running clock right now. And whistles. What do we have here? Timeout. A ball issue. Calling for a new ball to come out. Not often you see time stopped for that, but it was there. Boothlet now in the shotgun. Slot right, lone receiver to left side. Two double slot to one each side. High throw, broken up. Good coverage downfield by number 2. Noah Verhagen. Incomplete pass on second down makes 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5, long 5 at that. It's about 3rd and 6 from the 44-yard line. See what the Tritons do. This is definitely can be easily 4-down territory when you have Braylon Allen in the backfield. Slot to the right, I formation backfield. Looks like offset to the right. Hands down, snap, bootleg, drop, free rusher, high pass, he gets a screen set up to the far side, Massey hurdling, and down he goes, pushing the pile forward. And there is a flag. I thought I saw the far side official throw a flag. We do have a flag. It was a flag downfield, so if it's a hold down there, it'll be a spot of the foul penalty. A break once again for the Ghosts. We'll see what the call is. Illegal block in the back. That's a big one. That goes back to the original line of scrimmage penalty. Oh, no, spot of the foul penalty. So really, all said and done, it's a loss of 1 yard for the Tritons. 3rd and 7 now. Should be 3rd and 6, but it's a long 6. 3rd and 7 here. Forcing the hand here. Kaukana's defense wants this. If you want them in passing situations. You trust your secondary. They had 2 interceptions in that opener. But with Kingston Allen, you can easily pick up 7 yards, it seems. Inverted slot to the right, I formation backfield. Hands in the dirt. Here we go. Fumbled snap. Boothlet. Can he fall on it? Either way, it might be the Ghost ball. It is the second turnover. Coming out of the pile. Number 17. Dylan Ford. That's huge. The second turnover. The second fumble in this half. And Kaukauna now has to get their offense to capitalize. Fumbled snap, and it just got kicked around the offensive lineman. It looked like they're in pass block there on our replay. It looked like they were dropping back kind of in pass protection. Must have kicked that ball away, and it helped out for the Ghosts. It rolled back, saved a 4th down, and you give yourself great field position. You're in enemy territory at the 38-yard line. Can the Ghosts capitalize on this turnover? They're still down by 1 score, 28-21. Carroll fakes the handoff to Job, sets his feet, throws across formation. He's got Job! Job on a wheel route, inside the 10, pulls somebody over at the 5-yard line and out of bounds. 33 yards through the air. There is the momentum you want to capitalize on if you're the Ghosts. They always say don't throw a cross formation like that. But when it's a design play, beautifully designed play, on the wheel route with the running back coming out of the backfield, it's a lot of trust he doesn't get tied up at that line of scrimmage too. 1st and goal, the Ghosts on the doorstep. First time in the red zone in this half. Gustman to the near side stack, and there's a flag on the play. Carroll's pointing to the defense. It is a neutral zone infraction. Not the end of the world. It's only a 2-yard penalty when you think about it. But half the distance to the goal, half the distance closer to pay dirt. Starting to feel that energy now with the Kaukauna offense. 2 minutes, 51 seconds here in the 3rd quarter. Looking for pay dirt are the Ghosts. Stacked slot to near side is Gustman and number 8, Geithner. Looking that way, slant, and it's broken up. Good coverage there by number 2, Jonah Marzek. Great coverage there. Physical, but clean and good coverage. Pagoni's Pizza is your source for Chicago-style pizza with a guaranteed Sicilian taste in Northeast Wisconsin. From gourmet sandwiches to daily specials and the pizza buffet. Enjoy family-friendly, relaxing atmosphere at Pagoni's Pizza, East Ann Street, Kaukauna. Kaukauna Galloping Ghost going towards West Mason. And they're going to take a timeout before they go on their second down play. Timeout taking Ghost. Will step aside. You're watching Zaleski Sports coverage of high school football, presented by Bear Performance Marketing.
Every big future starts with a small step. You can't plan every part of your child's future, but you can help them build smart financial habits that last a lifetime. That's why Simplicity Credit Union Youth Accounts make it easy to start early, helping young savers build confidence and grow towards a bright future. Because the lessons they learn today can grow into something bigger tomorrow.
Back here at Stock Family Field, or Stock Family Stadium at Notre Dame Academy. The Ghosts take a timeout here. Now both teams have taken a timeout here in the third quarter. The Ghosts trying to capitalize on the second turnover. A second fumble by Jackson Boothele. Geithner and Gustman stack slot to the near side, 7 and 8. Power football formation by the big boys. Might be an extra offensive lineman in there, to be honest, too. Double tight end. They shift to the left side of the formation. Carroll, power run. Quarterback keep into the end zone. Touchdown, Kaukauna. A 2-yard touchdown run for Ryan Carroll. His second rushing touchdown of the game. And the Ghosts have found themselves back to being 1 point away from a new ball game. And we have an injured Triton on the far side looking to be cramping. He's getting up now. That is number 8. Cramps are tough. It's always hard to play. Looks like number 9, Bo Chernick. He gets up and will stretch out. We'll go for the point after here. Big point after. Seen a few operational errors, high snap, low snap, but Mayer's been able to knock all of his through. We'll see if we can do it here. I'm setting myself for a big broadcaster jinx. Good snap, good hold, pressure coming. Mayer saves me from the broadcaster's jinx. We have a new ball game with 2:38 left in the third quarter. You're watching Zaleski Sports coverage of high school football, presented by Bear Performance Marketing.
However and wherever you want to travel the world, Travel Leaders Discovery can help you get there. Beach vacations, family trips, cruises, romantic getaways, Disney vacations, U.S. travel and business travel. Travel Leaders Discovery, proudly helping families, couples, and businesses explore the world through all-inclusive trips of all kinds. Call them today in Green Bay, Appleton, and Sheboygan to create your memories for a lifetime.
We're back here at Notre Dame Academy. There is another Triton on the field cramping up. That was kind of a storyline I talked about. These early season games always seem to have cramping issues. I don't know, the high was in the 80s, I think, or just around the 80s here in Green Bay. And that looks like number 3, Quinn Blum, is one of their kick returners, so that might be an interesting play on this upcoming kick. But you can hydrate all you want. These kids are putting out a tremendous effort. I mean, excruciating themselves to the max, and cramps will happen. So we'll see what the Tritons do here. We still have 22 burnt back to return, and 23, I want to say, Ethan Everts. 28-28. What a game here on a week 2. The WIAA has been putting on some great performances. across the state, and we're seeing another great one here tonight. Mayer for the kick. Boots it away. He's going to go back to Burnt. Burnt catches it around the 5-yard line. Burnt trying to be creative, spins out of a tackle, but immediately wrapped up and brought down by a host of ghosts. Spun out of that first tackle, and he was very close to getting a seam there. There's another Triton cramping up. He will hop off the field. That's number 40, Ryan Curtin. So here comes the Tritons. So far, 0 for their last 3 possessions. Scored on the first 4, punted on their 5th, and 2 straight fumbles. Boothele will come into the Wildcat formation, send Kingston Allen to the backfield as the Wildcat. Some noise from this Kaukauna sidelines here. You're definitely feeling the energy. It's going to be Kingston in the backfield, wrapped up, and somehow sneaks his way out, and then the rest of the Kaukauna defense gets there. All but 2 Galloping Ghosts in on that tackle. But the remarkable thing about that play is Kingston Allen was hitting the backfield, was hopping on 1 foot, somehow kept his balance. Great balance. We'll give him 2 on that carry. But that's tremendous balance. You hear about these running backs doing all these workouts in the NFL about balance. That was a prime example of why you do that. 1 foot hopping forward, keeping his balance. 2nd and 8. Inside the 2-minute mark. Boothele under center. Snap. Handoff. Allen coming near side. Breaks 1. Breaks a 2nd. Still gets upfield. Breaks to the 2nd level and almost gets the first down yardage. That is amazing. 7-yard carry there. 3rd and short. 2 Kaukauna defenders had him in the backfield and was able to avoid him. It's something else. 3rd and 1. 2 plays, potentially maybe 1 play left in this 3rd quarter. We'll see how the Tritons play this out. 3rd and 1. You have to convert here, though. Starts with converting here. Handoff. Allen. He was only playing for the first down there. Head down, shoulder down, and he fell forward for a gain of 6. They will have to run a second play here now. Minute left. You could tell that was a different run from Kingston. Kingston, like we were saying, all game he's been patient, kind of waiting for that hole to open up. That was just straight up running into your face, and you have to stop me. It's easy to get a yard when you do that. 40 seconds. Allen and the Wildcat. Burnt next to him. A little different version of the Wildcat here. They're going to fake. Handoff. Allen gets chopped down, but gets gain of 6th. Tackle there by Lathan Hurst. Really there on that play, you almost seen it again. Allen faked the handoff, but it was a collision there, and Allen did a good job to hold on to that ball. 11 seconds here. The Tritons are going to their sidelines. The Ghosts are coming to theirs. 4th quarter, 1 quarter in a brand new ball game, 28-28. You're watching Wisconsin High School football on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Bear Performance Marketing.
Welcome to the competition where only the best healthcare plans rise to the top. Megasure.
Presenting Paperwork Pound Cake, a half-baked plan with flaky service sprinkled on top.
Ooh. Next up, Security Health Plan.
I call this one the Sweet Security. It has high-quality coverage folded in, and it's frosted with award-winning local service that's sweet but never sugar-coated.
That's a slice of better. Chef Security, congratulations. Truly the recipe for better.
Need a game plan that delivers marketing victories? Bear Performance Marketing is your full-service partner for strategic success. Offering comprehensive solutions that include brand development, social media marketing, branded products, and digital marketing. The goal is to streamline every aspect of marketing while maximizing results. With a focus on clear, transparent communication and a driven team ready to hustle, Bear Performance Marketing is your partner for marketing that outperforms the competition. Learn more at bearpm.com.
4th quarter, 28-28. If you don't love this sport, this is not the game for you, because this is the reason why people love football. What a game we've had here, 28-28 with 12 minutes to decide if we're going to overtime or if we have a winner or a loser. Second and a long 5 here. Changing up the formation, Burnt back in at Wildcat with Allen. Kingston Allen in the backfield, the running quarterback. Snap to him, power to the right side. Kingston patiently finding his seam, gets to the second level. There he goes again, across the 50 to the 40, 30, and out of bounds at the 25-yard line. "25 yards. The young man is coming close to 40 carries. 34 carries here, and still a whole fourth quarter left. And I heard a Kaukauna fan off to my right say, well, at least he didn't score on that one. And that's true, because normally when he gets those break-free runs, he's off to the races. Back to the I formation, Boothele under center. Snap, handoff, not Kingston Allen, that's Burnt, and he's getting wrapped up and brought down. Gain of 1 on the carry. A short break for Kingston Allen. Simplicity Credit Union brings home the win with great mobile options and the right loan for your family, your business, or your home. Check them out at simplicity.coop today. Second and 9. Offset eye to the left. Snap, handoff, Allen stretching it to the left, trying to find a seam, cuts up the seam. He's got some running room, and he'll get dragged down by a host of ghosts. 3 ghosts in on that tackle. It'll be close to the first down yardage. He'll be just short. As they say, wind the clock. Give him a gain of 8. It'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Now you're starting to see this chess game, though. Can you stop him? And if you can't stop him, how soon do you let him score so you get your offense to answer back? It's a dangerous game to play if you're on the defensive side of things, but you have to find a stop here. 3rd and a short 2. Allen, the tailback, offset eye to the left, slot to the left, tight end right. Massey, the tight end on the right side. Boothele fakes the handoff. He's got a wide open Massey. Massey catches it, stretches the field to the pylon. They say he dropped it. The Kaukauna sideline's calling for a touchback. And it's a touchback. It's a touchback. He dropped it, extending for the goal line. Now I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if that was a stoppage or a touchback call. But either way, it's a turnover. 16 yards, but no touchdown. And it'll be marked out to the 20-yard line, a touchback. The 3rd turnover of the half. Wow. With over 30 years in business, Birkin Heating and Cooling is a family-owned company located on County Road, KK in Kaukauna. Specializes in furnace, air conditioning, boilers, and new home construction as well as remodels. Residential or commercial, they serve all makes and models and have 24-hour service. Get Birkin Heating and Cooling a call today. And a big break here for the Ghosts. Back on offense. And back with a chance to take a lead for the first time in this one. Carroll fakes the draw, swings it out, and dropped. Oh, man. That was set up perfectly. Pass out to number 8, Geithner. And a Butterfingers chant from the Notre Dame student section. And that was a hurt play there because that could have had, it wasn't going to be a touchdown more than likely, but Carroll faked the draw and then slung a pretty nice ball there to Geithner and just over his head. 2nd and 10. Can't get down on yourself if you're Kaukauna. Take a deep breath, reset, here we go. Slot left, 3 receivers to the right. Empty gun for Carroll. Signaling to his receivers. Gets his snap, deep drop, time, throws over the middle. One-hand attempt by Schwalbach is incomplete. Now you're starting to see the Ghosts rush a little bit here. Setting yourself behind the sticks here. Not necessarily what you want. Really not what you want at all. But third down, deep in your own territory. They haven't been able to execute after all their turnovers. They're 1 for 2 on points off of turnovers. Looking to make it 2 of 3, but right now against the 6, 3rd and 10. Big third down here in front of the Triton student section. Carroll likes what he sees, gets the snap. 3 receivers right, looking right. Time, pressure coming behind him. Avoids 1 sack, but runs right back into it in a sack. Linus Poyster with a big-time sack. Wow. There's your answer for, that's a huge loss. Loss of 10. We have a Triton down with a cramp. He's getting up under, that's Poyster himself. But what a job. Poyster came late, untouched, and I don't know how Carroll avoided that. Somehow ducked it, but his momentum with that duck kind of pulled him right back into Poytner. And it was an easy sack at that point. And what was a promising possession goes 3 and out. Not only 3 and out, but losing 10 yards. And now your punter is going to be kicking from his own end zone. That's Landon Schaefer. Blum back to return. He's back on the field. This is a danger zone punt for Kaukauna. Low snap, no pressure from the Tritons, though. And a high booming kick. Fair catch called for, and barely caught over the shoulder by Blum. Dangerous catch, but now great field position if you're a Triton. Almost the same field position the Ghosts had after that sack fumble. And they went on to score. So 1 for 3 now on points off of turnovers are the Ghosts. Kingston Allen back on the field here. 9:44, the last quarter in this game. Tale of 2 halves. Really, the first half, both teams scoring at will, it seemed. And the defense is the star here in the second half. 28 all, here we go. Under center, Boothele. Snap, handoff, Kingston Allen. Up the middle, into a pile, and bulldozes forward to the 40. Gain of 5. What a half, what a game for the senior Kingston Allen. It's going to be actually a gain of 4, 2nd and 6. And the Tritons slowing it down. Slot to the left, I formation backfield. Boothele waiting. He's going to wait until the back judge signals the play clock ticking down. Now he'll duck under center. Play clock there. Snap, Boothele, handoff, Allen. Right side, hitting the backfield at the line of scrimmage, and the Ghosts keep Allen bottled up. Maybe gets a gain of 1 on the play. Third and 5. 4 down territory, I would assume, for the Tritons. Ball at the 40, 8:30 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Starting to get interesting here as the time slowly ticking away. Wildcat formation. Allen. Tight end to the left, H-back to the left. Power probably going to the left. Now sending a man in motion. That's Boothele. Fake to him. Allen across. Ball's out again. Ball is out again. Fumble forced by the Ghosts. And this time it was Kingston Allen. Wow. And that would have been enough for the first down, too. Wow. The Ghosts now with the 4th fumble forced. One from Allen, 2 from Boothele, and 1 from Joey Massey. but only one has been scored upon. The Ghosts need an answer here. Snap, handoff, fake. Carroll sets his feet, throws. He's got open McMillan. And Cooper McMillan swung out of bounds by a gain of 15 through the air. What a game. 1st and 10, the Ghosts now moving the ball. Ball at the 48-yard line. Stick around after the game. We're going to have a Nasonville Dairy postgame show, but folks, let me tell you this. 7 minutes, 36 seconds. A lot of time left in this one. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Carroll gets a snap, looking left, throwing, quick pass. He's got McMillan again, and he goes down close to the 45-yard line. It'll be about 7 on the gain. Starting to sling that pill is Ryan Carroll. He's feeling hot. DeAndre Williamson will check in. McMullen will get a break. Remember last time he came in, it was a go route for one of the faster guys on the Ghost team. You got to watch, see how they react to this. They're going to send Geithner, Job, and Schwalbach to the left. Benson and Williamson to the right. Oh, mishap in the backfield. Carroll falls on it. That was almost terrible. So what happened there, Carroll started clapping for the ball like he does. He claps like 4 or 5 times in a row, but he realized his receivers weren't set. So he stopped clapping. They got set, and as he was going to clap again, the ball was getting snapped. Loss of 8. And just like that, a drive that was looking promising after a turnover is against the wall. 3rd and 12. 6 minutes, 10 seconds left in this one. Running back Job to the left hip of Carroll. Carroll gets a snap. Pressure coming. Avoids Massey. Throws, dumps it, and dropped immediately after catching the ball there. Was to Job? Looks like Job. It'll be a gain of 4. They're going to have to kick more than likely. And they're going to change the call. An incomplete pass. Incomplete pass there. So it's going to be back to a 4th and 12. Blum back deep to return. See if the Tritons bring pressure now. They haven't so far. They will. Good kick, though. It's a high one. It's going to bounce. Straight up bounce. Blum fakes on it, and it's going to roll inside the 20 and down to about the 17-yard line. And it's going to be back on the Kaukauna Galloping Ghost defense once again. In a game that it seemed like neither team could stop from scoring, it's been all defense here in the second half. But right now, this plays right in your hands if you're a Triton. One of the best running games in the state for sure, if not in the nation. With only 5:40 left, you can kill the clock and get your last chance at the end zone, whether it be a field goal, because their kicker, Witzak, has the leg for it. Boothole will be under center, 1 receiver, 1 to each side, I formation backfield. Tight end to the right, now sending a man in motion. Now slot to the left, man coverage shown, handoff to Kingston Allen, who falls forward once again, no surprise there, across the 20-yard line. Gain of 6, we're going to say. 39 carries for Kingston Allen. He's eclipsed his total of 38 from last week. And I haven't done the math, but he's definitely around that area where he was last week. 252 on 22 carries is the last time I calculated. Back to the I formation. 2nd and 4. Boothole handoff. Kingston avoids somebody in the backfield, puts his shoulder down, and tries to push the pile forward, and hits stoppage here for a 1st down yardage. Gain of 6. The workload clearly on his back right now. 4 minutes, 50 seconds. Both teams with 2 timeouts. And Triton's in no rush. Back to the I formation. Oh, Wildcat, my bad. Kingston's going to send Boutelet in motion. He'll fake to him. That's a call back to the last play, and there goes Kingston Allen. There's a touchdown for Kingston Allen. No flags, house call, touchdown, Notre Dame. 73 yards, house call. His 5th touchdown of the game. It's been all Kingston Allen. But that's you look at it, and that gives time for Kaukauna now. They got to get the point after here. This is a huge point after. Witzak, the left-footed kicker, on for this point after. Pressure coming, kick is up, and it is true. 35-28. What a ball game. We're going to step aside. You're watching Zaleski Sports, presented by Bear Performance Marketing.
Welcome to the competition where only the best healthcare plans rise to the top. Megasure.
Presenting paperwork pound cake. A half-baked plan with flaky service sprinkled on top.
Ooh. Next up, Security Health Plan.
I call this one the Sweet Security. It has high-quality coverage folded in, and it's frosted with award-winning local service that's sweet but never sugar-coated.
That's a slice of better. Chef Security, congratulations. Truly the recipe for better.
Back here at Stock Family Stadium, 35-28. The Kingston Allen experience has been running wild here at this field at Notre Dame. According to my calculations, which very well could be wrong, but are in a rough ballpark, we have 41 carries for 449 yards and 5 touchdowns. And this game isn't over yet. Kaukauna's going to get a chance here. Their offense has not been able to produce off of turnovers, but they have been able to produce off of great kick returns here in this one. Can they get a good kick return now? Lathan Hurst also had a kick return touchdown in the opener. You have seen them kick away from him. This one is going to skip past Hurst and into the end zone. Not what you want if you're a Ghost fan. Ball to the 20 in a long field, but the game is in your hands. Right now, Ryan Carroll in this offense, this game comes down on their shoulders. What a game. Nasonville Dairy postgame show after this on the field. We'll have a coach interview as well as player of the game interview. 4 minutes, 13 seconds, 2 timeouts for each team, and a 1-score lead. And as we said earlier, after all those turnovers, the Kaukauna Galloping Ghost sideline was pumped up, excited. It is very quiet on this sideline right now for the Galloping Ghosts. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 2 to the left, now send a man in motion. Carroll looking, throwing, nope, under pressure, and getting brought down. Massey in on the sack. A crusade of Titans in on the sack. I think that guy in the booth is listening to me. We have a host of Ghosts and a crusade of Titans. Got back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Had time, just great coverage by the secondary. 3 receivers right now, 1 to the left. Muhammad Joe back in the backfield next to Carroll. Now switching it up to a bunch formation on the near side with the 3 receivers. Carroll calls for a deep drop. Time, pressure coming, sidearms it, rushes the throw, and it's incomplete. You could tell that was a rushed throw. You feel the pressure coming behind him. Great pocket presence by Carroll. Knew he was running out of time. Now 3rd and 10. Another big 3rd down. Tale of two halves. Just a completely different feel here in the second half. 2 scores only in this second half. Carroll calls for it, gets a snap. Time, throws, ball gonna be incomplete. Great coverage there on the play. And it's incomplete, and this is your game potentially. I think 20, Marcus Sermons was on that coverage. Great coverage, 4th and 10. Still 3:22, but you haven't been able to stop consistently. I guess they did have 4 in a row. 5 in a row, actually. But you don't trust stopping Kingston Allen too many times. 3 minutes, 22 seconds, 4th and 10. If you turn it over here, it's not good. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Setting it up. Carroll calling for it, gets the snap. Massey breaks free. Deep ball. It is intercepted. Intercepted by the Tritons. Essentially a punt. And that's a huge play here. Burnt on the interception. So Burnt got the interception here. Ball's at the 46-yard line. 2 timeouts, 3:13. You're putting the pressure back onto the defense for Kaukauna. This game isn't over. The Triton student section starting that chant that's "We believe that we will win." But this game is far from over. But it is a steep hill to climb. Essentially, that was a punt from Ryan Carroll. A deep ball intercepted. I mean, the only difference between a punt and that was if that hit the ground and rolled 20 yards, it's way worse if they're throwing the ball. Kingston Allen, 449 on 41 carries in the Wildcat. He'll get it. Power ahead, 2 hands on the ball, but lost a yard on that play. That is going to be 4 fumbles in this one for the Tritons offense. 2 hands on the ball for every player who touches it. 2nd and 11. That's a big first play for the Kaukauna defense. Still don't need to use your timeouts, but you have 2 in your back pocket if you're Coach Matt Binsfeld. Slot to the right, back to the I formation. Boothele ducks under center. Play clock running down. Just barely got that one off. All the way down, Kingston Allen. Kingston Allen breaks to the second level and will get just short of the first down yardage. Ooh. Now a timeout taken by the Ghosts. And we'll step aside for a short break. You're watching Kaukauna and Notre Dame on Zaleski Sports, presented by Bear Performance Marketing.
Cobuson Bus is hiring its drivers that they need. Cobuson Bus is hiring is the perfect job for me.
Cobuson Buses would like to thank all of our school bus drivers throughout the state of Wisconsin for their safe driving. If you would like to make a difference in your community with a fun and rewarding part-time job, apply at Cobuson.com.
Cobuson Bus is hiring is the perfect job for me.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Wildcat formation, 3rd and 1. Kaukauna brings the house. Braylon Allen falls forward. He only needed to get 1, but he got 2. 42 carries, a Triton first down, and now kind of a weird timeout taken there before the 2-minute mark. Obviously no 2-minute timeout in this level, but now it's a 1st and 10, and you only have 1 timeout. It works out, but you put your back against the wall for sure. Triton student section doing a pretty cool thing, saying goodbye, singing na 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 with the flashlights on it. That's pretty cool. Still a lot of game to be played. Minute 34, I formation. You seen a fumble exchange before? Handoff. Allen tripped up, falls forward, somehow falls forward for a gain of 5. Nope, actually a gain of 3. 45th carry. I formation backfield, 1 receiver to the right, Kingston Allen. Bobbled snap, fumbled snap, and on the ground was Kingston Allen. And timeout taken by the Ghost. Like I said, this is not over yet. We've seen the fumble exchanged by the center earlier. That time it was bobbled by the center. Then Boothele lost his spot where he was after he's bobbling the ball, bumped into the fullback, and the ball came out, and Kingston Allen, Mr. Johnny on the spot, fell on that. So 3rd and 10 here, and see, this is essentially why you kind of wanted to keep that timeout in your pocket. No more timeouts for the Ghosts. If you're the Tritons, you really could kneel it here. Let the clock run all the way down, take a delay of game, and kneel it again. So stick around after the game. Nasonville Dairy post-game show. We'll get a coach interview. This one's officially, not officially, but officially kind of done. And really what you could do is a snap to your quarterback, have him back up 5 yards and fall down. I'd be shocked, and they are. They're going to run it with Kingston one last time. Get those yards he lost due to that fumble recovery. That's a ballsy move, but it works. And this game is going to be over in 23 seconds. 35-28, the final score. And we're going to head down to the field. What a game it was you've been watching, boys. High school football and Zaleski Sports presented by Bear Performance Marketing.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Good? We're good? All right, down here on the field for the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. And, Coach, we talked in the game. I mean, great game against Neenah as a fan. Great game in this one against Kaukauna. But as a coach, you said it's not fun. Just tell me about this game.
I mean, it's a game where, when you play a long game against a team of their caliber, you have to be able to secure the ball and take care of the little things that can keep them in the game, and we didn't do that. We had way too many turnovers, way too many penalties on big plays, and unfortunately, that's when penalties happen, right? When you have big plays and you get called back. So I'm proud of the kids for sticking with it and finding a way to win at the end, and really having our defense stick with it at the end when it mattered, because they've been moving the ball on us pretty well. So we found a way. Any way you find a way to win is a good way. All right, but man, we left some stuff out there.
Yeah, and I heard you talking in the huddle there after the game. I mean, smaller school playing bigger schools, obviously Kaukauna and Neenah both bigger schools than you guys. What does that do for you guys as a program? You're talking about we're going to be cramping up. We got guys going both ways. What does that do for you guys going down the road?
I mean, it helps prepare us when we get to the hopefully get to the playoffs and you're playing schools of similar sizes. Our conference doesn't necessarily have programs that have as many players, and so that's a kind of a tactical thing you have to work your way through, and hopefully our guys realize that this is what it takes to be able to take on quality competition like this.
Yeah, and we'll wrap it up with this one. 5 touchdowns from Kingston, but 5 turnovers. it's a catch-20. You know, what do you do going forward to try to fix that? It's only week 2, but it's obviously a little sting on both ends.
It is, and we turned the ball over last week as well. And that's, I mean, if I go back to a couple of years, I think we had 2 turnovers in the first 12 weeks. So the turnover is the biggest statistic in all of football, and so we got to work on making sure we secure the ball, and then forcing turnovers on the other side.
Absolutely, Coach. Great game. I enjoyed it as a fan. Get some rest after this one. Bring it. Player of the game, Mr. Kingston Allen over here. A rough estimate.
Defensive things to shore up throughout our conference games, and when we get to playoffs it'll be good, but for right now we got some stuff to fix.
I heard Coach talking about it in the post-game huddle, the sting. You got to have a little bit of sting, and I seen your reaction coming after. A great game, but still a lot left on the table. What are you guys going to take into practice going forward these next couple weeks? It's only week 2, lots to build on.
We got to have a chip on our shoulder. All these dumb mistakes we made, or I made, our offense made, everybody on the entire Notre Dame Academy football team we made needs to be improved, and it will be.
I know you're a team player first, but the individual accolades, I mean, the stats are amazing. Just tell me what 5 touchdowns and 460 yards means to you.
It means the world strictly for the fact that we got the win by 1 touchdown, you know what I mean? If it was 3 touchdowns and a win, that'd be even better, you know? But 5 touchdowns and 400 yards doesn't mean a whole lot to me if we don't win. It's all about the win.
Absolutely. Great answer. Kind of a trick question. Finally, we'll have you take the mic, look up in our camera up there in the booth, introduce yourself, and say I'm in the house.
Kingston Allen, Notre Dame Academy, and I'm in the house.
Do it one more time because a little fast. Give it a pause and then do it again. Just because it goes at the end of our highlight.
Kingston Allen, Notre Dame Academy, and I'm in the house.
Perfect. Congrats on a great win. Great job. Yep. That'll be it here from Notre Dame. A great game once again for the Tritons with a victory on the other end. But they'll have Manitowoc Lincoln coming up. For the Ghosts, next week we'll be headed to Kimberly, the big rivalry between the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts and the Kimberly Papermakers.